In a world of noise and distraction, one man chose a radical silence. He set out to build a new reality with his own two hands. Using forgotten skills almost lost to time. But could he truly sever all ties to the world he left behind? The answer lies hidden in the heart of the wood and stone. The first step, transforming raw earth into a foundation. Every stone, chosen and placed with intention. A primordial mortar binds them together, creating a base for what's to come. The wooden skeleton begins to rise against the clear sky. Each beam is measured, cut, and persuaded into place. A chimney takes shape, the future heart of the home. Patience and precision are the only tools that truly matter here. Slowly, a hearth is born from the chaos of rock and cement. The structure begins to look like a home, a shelter from the elements. But the work is far from over. Details demand attention. A doorway is framed, an invitation into this new world. The spirit level ensures balance, a foundation for a stable life. From the first timber to the last, a vision is taking shape. This is more than a building, it's a testament to resilience. The first shelter stands complete, a symbol of what's possible. A quiet triumph against the odds, bathed in the warmth of the sun. But the journey is not over, a new vision begins. This time, he will build something even closer to the earth. The process starts again, with reverence for the materials. He raises the walls, log by interlocking log. A new structure rises, born from the surrounding forest. The work is demanding, requiring strength and focus. He crafts the roof, a canopy against the endless sky. Each piece must fit perfectly, a puzzle of wood and will. The hammering echoes a rhythm of creation. The framework becomes a promise of shelter and peace. And as the last beam is set, the sky itself seems to watch. But a storm of change is brewing, mirroring the work below. Now, a delicate task, giving the shelter its eyes. Windows are carefully sealed, blurring the line between inside and out. With each new element, the structure gains a soul. The satisfaction of seeing a plan come to fruition. A waterproof seal is laid, preparing for the final transformation. This home will not just stand on the land. It will become part of it. The finished structure waits, ready for its final union with nature. Now, an astonishing new phase begins. He digs deep, not to build up, but to go down. Carving a dwelling from the earth itself. Ancient timbers, scarred with history, form the walls. This is a return to an older way of living. Inside the subterranean space, he shapes the floor, clearing away the earth to make room for life. A delicate balance between human design and the wild. The land itself will become the roof. A waterproof membrane is the only concession to the modern world. He carefully cuts an opening for the sun. Even in a home of earth, light is essential. A skylight is framed, a window to the heavens. The emerging structure is almost invisible against the landscape. A moment of reflection, looking out from his earthen creation. Now comes the final layer of protection. He drapes the shelter in a cloak of green. And then the earth is returned. He buries his own home, sealing it into the hillside. Shovel by shovel, the lines blur between building and landscape. A living roof that will change with the seasons. The structure has vanished, becoming a feature of the land. A fire is built, not for warmth, but to treat the wood. This is a ritual of preservation. Now, the earth that forms the roof must be seeded. He spreads soil across his creation. Soon, grass will grow here, completing the camouflage. A layer of straw will protect the seeds as they take root. The home is now a living, breathing part of the ecosystem. A moment of rest atop the world he has built. Attention turns to the interior, the unseen sanctuary. A threshold must be crafted with care. A skylight is installed, allowing nature's clock to set the day. And on the floor, a path is laid. Sections of timber are set in cement, creating a solid walkway inside his earthen hall. The first steps on a floor born of ingenuity. Outside, the landscape is tidied, the final touch is made. He plants a tree, a promise to the future of this land. Inside, even the smallest details matter. A stone wall adds another layer of texture and strength. The humble dwelling stands complete. He opens the door to his solitude and steps inside. The next great project, a door worthy of the sanctuary it protects. He selects the planks, reading the story in their grain. Measurements are taken with a careful eye. The slow, deliberate work of a master craftsman begins. Each joint is carved by hand, ensuring a perfect fit. The pieces are joined, forming a solid portal. He drills holes for wooden pegs, using no metal screws. The surface is cleared of imperfections. The structure of the door is simple, yet incredibly strong. Pegs are hammered home, locking the timbers together. This door will stand for generations. And now, the transformative power of fire. He uses an ancient Japanese technique called shusugi ban. The flame chars the surface of the wood. This process naturally seals and protects it from rot and insects. It is a baptism by fire, giving the wood a new life. The result is a beautiful, resilient, and timeless finish. The door is now complete, a work of functional art. With the entrance secured, he turns to bringing warmth inside. He splits kindling for the first fire in his new home. The hearth is carefully laid. A promise of warmth against the coming winter. But first, the walls must be sealed against the cold. He uses natural fiber insulation, forcing it into every crack. The door, now dark and weathered, is brought to the entrance. It is carefully hung, a perfect fit in the frame he built. The portal to his hidden world is now in place. A simple wooden latch is all that's needed to secure it. Inside, the work of creating a life continues. Shelves are built to hold the few possessions he needs. A simple bed is made and covered with a warm blanket. Finally, a moment of profound, well-earned peace. But a builder never truly rests. A new foundation is laid outside. This life is one of constant, purposeful creation. Each piece placed with the same care as the first. A new floor takes shape beside the hidden home. The pattern of logs is both beautiful and strong. The gaps are filled, sealing the structure. A final coat protects the wood, deepening its color. The home is now a permanent feature of the wild landscape. A handmade handle, smooth from use. Inside, everything is in its place, a life of simple order. This is the harvest of his labor. A sanctuary of peace, built from the ground up. As autumn arrives, life shifts from building to living. The cabin is prepared for the colder days ahead. The season brings new colors and new rituals. He carves wood, not for shelter, but for purpose. Creating the small things that make a house a home. Wooden pegs, perhaps for sealing gaps against the wind. Every action is deliberate, connected to the rhythm of nature. He works with the patience of someone who has nowhere else to be. The wood chips fall, a small sacrifice for a greater need. The cabin is a constant project, always being improved. Each improvement strengthening his bond with this place. Even the smallest detail receives his full attention. And now, the focus shifts to the comforts of the interior. He is not just surviving out here, he is thriving. Crafting what he needs from the abundance around him. The saw sings its song of transformation. Again, fire is used to temper and beautify the wood. The entrance to the cellar, a gateway to the earth's cool storage. A fence is erected, marking a gentle boundary. His world is complete, a kingdom of his own making. He has everything he needs. Inside the quiet walls, preparations are made for a meal. The cabin is painted with a protective oil as the days shorten. A cheerful pumpkin guards the window, a sign of the season. Inside, the hearth glows with a welcoming fire. He retrieves a coffee pot, a simple luxury. Every object has its place, every rope has its purpose. He tends to his home with a gentle hand. The walls are adorned with carvings and tools. Reminders of a life connected to the wild. He prepares his meal from a simple, honest harvest. Garlic, onions, bacon the aromas of a comforting meal. Seasoning is added with a practiced hand. He tends the coals, the source of all his heat and cooked food. The pumpkins are not just for decoration. They will become part of the feast. The bacon sizzles over the hot embers. He carves the pumpkin, a ritual as old as autumn itself. Scooping out the seeds for roasting later. A familiar, smiling face emerges from the gourd. A small spark of joy in the quiet woods. The flesh of the pumpkin is prepared for cooking. He continues his carving, absorbed in the simple task. Each cut is made with care, turning food into art. The finishing touches are put on his jack-o'-lantern. And as dusk falls, the lanterns are lit, casting a warm glow. He holds the light he created, a beacon in the gathering dark. Outside, nature offers its own brilliant colors. The meal simmers by the fire. A life of simple abundance, in tune with the land. In this place, he didn't just build a home, he built a new way of being. A life of peace, purpose, and quiet contentment. A very special thank you to the owner of the Bush Craftua for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.